It was the ultimate betrayal of trust. A local school principal charged with the education and care of young children, now accused of abuse. 51-year-old Kirk Ashton is being held tonight on $500,000 bond inside the Monroe County Jail. Ashton, the principal of Northwood Elementary in Hilton, is charged with sexually abusing 9 students, all of them boys ages 8 through 12. We have full team coverage on this breaking story tonight. Allie Peters and Kayla Green are standing by. But first, let's check in with Christian Garzone. Christian, what are we learning about from law enforcement today?
Well, Ashton is currently in the Monroe County Jail being held at $500,000 bail. Again, police say 9 male victims, all students, all between the ages of 8 and 12, have come forward alleging abuse here. And we're told by the DA's office there is potential here for more victims to come forward. Ashton's time at the school goes all the way back to 2004.
This is the worst crime that we can investigate. We don't want to be here.
An emotional Greece police chief today, Drew Forsyth, says a school principal is trusted with protecting, guiding, and mentoring children.
We drop our kids off every day to this guy, and he does this, allegedly. It's the worst thing that could possibly happen in my mind.
Police say Hilton Elementary School principal Kirk Ashton is charged with 9 counts of endangering the welfare of a child, 6 counts of sex abuse in the first degree, and 5 counts of coercive sexual conduct against a child in the second degree.
He chose one of our most sacred institutions, our schools, to carry out these disgusting acts. And this guy, the worst ever.
The district attorney reminding all that these are only accusations at this point, and protection of the youngsters now is key. But she's asking all Hilton parents to talk with their kids.
There could be more victims out there.
State police, who spearheaded the presser today, saying to reach out to law enforcement.
We ask that anyone who has information regarding these allegations or any other allegations against Mr. Ashton to contact the New York State Police.
Now, Ashton is due in court later this month, but the DA's office says this will be presented to a grand jury before that time. Live in Greece, Christian Garzone, News 8. Maureen, back to you.
All right, Christian, thank you. And let's continue our team coverage now. It is something no parent wants to hear, that their kids feel unsafe at school. And tonight, parents at Northwood Elementary tell us about the moment they found out about the allegations surrounding the principal. Let's go to Allie Peters now. Allie, you are at Northwood Elementary. You have spoken to some parents today, and understandably, a lot of them want to protect their kids. They're choosing to remain anonymous.
Yeah, many parents actually tell me that they first heard about the incident through the media before hearing about it through the school district. Now tonight, parents are left with concerns about their children's safety and what's being done going forward.
It literally makes me sick to my stomach thinking about these poor sweet boys who were so innocent and had no idea what was going on.
That's the thought on many parents' minds in the Hilton School District after the sexual abuse allegations came out against the Northwood Elementary principal.
I just can't help but think, like, how did no one know this was happening? I've heard it firsthand from parents saying, that their sons got taken out of class to go read a book to the principal, and they would go in the room and the door was locked and the blinds were closed. Like, isn't that major red flags?
Red flags that are now leading some parents to question whether their kids should return to school on Monday.
As a parent of children that you drop off to somebody every single day and expect them to be safe, and to know that your children are not safe, and now you have to send them full-time back to school, and you don't trust anybody.
While there's still a lot unknown about the kids who were allegedly impacted, parents are praising those who came forward.
I just hope more boys come forward and be courageous like these other 9 boys have been, because that takes a lot of courage for these kids.
Yeah, and one parent did tell me that they met the principal briefly and he seemed like a nice guy that they had started to trust. In Hilton, Allie Peters, News 8.
All right, Allie, thank you. Our team coverage continues now with Kayla Green standing by at the Hall of Justice in downtown Rochester. Kayla, the Bavona Child Advocacy Center played a key role in this case in terms of investigating it, but parents all over the place really do need to be talking to their children about the potential for abuse.
Maureen, that's right. The executive director of Bavona Child Advocacy Center says it's important to start talking to your kids about this at an early age so they might have an indication or be able to tell when something's not right. Deb Rosen is the executive director at Bavona Child Advocacy Center. She says asking your kids what they know about what's going on at school is a good start right now.
Parents all over this county should be talking to their children, not to instill panic and not to suggest that something awful has happened, but to ask them questions about their degree of comfort with the people in their lives.
Dan Hart's kids start at Northwood Elementary next week, and he says he talked to them today about their comfort with going to school there.
It's disconcerting as a parent. You think that when you're going to drop your kids off, they're going to be safe, and when you have people like that working in that type of environment, it's scary.
Rosen says overwhelmingly abusers are people the child knows and who violate trust. Jennifer Brownell is the executive director of the Child Advocacy Center of the Finger Lakes.
One of the most important pieces for parents to know is to start talking to their kids before we even suspect any kind of incidents. Talking to our kids when they're very young, using proper names for our private parts, talking about what are safe touches and unsafe touches.
Rosen also says paying attention to adults in your kids' lives that are seeking an unusual amount of one-on-one time with them can be a sign that something might not be right. Live in Rochester, Kayla Green, News 8.